Morning, welcome back to Mess with Mopars. Saturday, March 1st. There you go. All right, so here's what we're up to today. Let me, how am I gonna do this? Okay, we'll just spin around. Whoa. Okay, so I've got the, for lack of a better word, half the heater box out. So I had a spare heater box and I needed somewhere to mount electrical stuff. So I cut the heater box here. So we still have the air box for cool air for the summertime. And because this thing doesn't have a heater. So I mounted the original MSD box on here. So now what I'm doing is, because I just had a 6AL on there and it's not boost approved. It has a rev limiter on it, but that's all. So I've got this box, MSD digital -6, and it has a rev limiter, step retard, step and retard. So it's a little more adjustable, and we can, and then I can retard the timing. It'll automatically retard the timing when you arm the boost system. So that being said, when I mounted this for the original setup, it wasn't very serviceable. I just had some number 10s with lock nuts on the back side of it. So what I'm doing now is I just taking my rib nutter and we're just doing a bunch of rib nutting on it. So then it'll be a lot more serviceable than it was. And because the flange is here, I don't know if you guys can see right here, I'm worried about a hex nut. I just have some Allen heads, so then I can take this in and out as required, right? And this is just a little brace to help hold this seal up to the underside of the cowl. And so what I'll do is I have to go into the car. I have to re-drill some holes here. I'll go in the car and then I'll rib nut up underneath. And then whenever I do some work on this thing, if we decide to put it back to stock, then we can just take it out and we'll just weld those up and clean them up, and that'll be fine, right? I'll just put a little, I'll make a little whatever, right? And then I'm also going to put rib nuts in the back side of where the heater box mounted to. So then we can just bolt this air box to that, and then that'll seal that all up, and it'll be easy to take on and off, and because it was a bit of a challenge. So anyhow, that's what we're doing today. With that done, and then we'll probably go work on the truck a little bit later. Let me spin you guys around. We'll just go over here and have a little peek. I got a list, Freiburger style list. Radiator's in, mounted the fan. I've got hoses run to where I want them. They're not connected yet because I've got a couple other things I got to do on the engine yet. I put in the, stubby headers there. Oops, not doing very good with the camera today. And then I got some peanut plugs. I put some peanut plugs in there, and that should give us clearance for around the headers for the plugs. So I'll put a shielding on there, and that'll be that. And this is the box that I had in the Super Bee. So we're just going to turn that over into the truck and call that a day. Yeah, so later today we'll start knocking things off the list. Had a starter wire, I'll get all that stuff done. I'll get the plugs in, get the wires ran. What else will we do? Wire in the alternator, get that hooked up, because I got all that wiring right here. And then we'll have to start sourcing some other stuff. But we'll just pluck away at this a little bit at a time and make sure everything's going to work okay. And I can hook up the fuel line, blah, 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 blah. So that's the plan. So for now, I'm just going to concentrate on this, getting this thing ready for wiring. Once the box is all mounted and all that stuff, it should be reasonably quick. I mean, I have to take the center console out and whatnot. Here, let me just get you guys in there. So we got to take the center console out. I'll take the shifter off because we got to rewire. We need to wire the trans brake into the box because it's set up for that as well. And then here, I'll take you around. We got a little vice grip garage going on right now. Watched the little Chris Bird song earlier. All right. So there it is. See? So the air box goes right here. I might not do that actually. I might just leave it. Yeah, so I'm just going to drill out some of these holes because they mount right in here. They mount right in here. So I'll drill those out and then I'm going to cut some of that insulation off in the back. I'll drill those out, put the nutserts in there, and then that air handling box can just get put on there and it can come on and off as needed. And we'll go from there. So that's sort of the plan. Try to keep it as clean as possible so, you know, it's not, doesn't look like hackery. You know, also it works a lot better when you do that anyhow, right? All right, thanks for coming along for the ride. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. Once I got this completed, I'll show you how it looks and we'll go from there. All right, have a great afternoon.